like, yeah, I have a date with him like right now. He's supposed to meet me here right now. And I was like, oh shit, bitch. Oh shit. What do you want to do? Hey guys, it's Andrea here. Welcome back to my channel, aka my internet home. So for today's video, I'm gonna be filming another story time for you guys. But before we get into that video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification button so you don't miss any more videos. Let's get right into it. So you already know by the title, this story time is about the time that this boy wanted me and my best friend. If you have me on Instagram, I did tell this story already on IG Live with my best friend Sable. You guys have seen her on my channel before. I did tell this, we told this story together on my Instagram. Don't mind me, I have ramen right here. I always eat when I tell stories, so you know, tradition. This story takes place 2 years ago during the summertime. So I had a photo shoot one day, and I agreed to meet with the photographer downtown 42nd Street at the big McDonald's at 2 o'clock. I got there a little early, so it's probably about like 1:45. So I'm there waiting, and I get a smoothie from McDonald's. I get a mango pineapple smoothie because it was kind of hot outside and I wanted something. So I got a smoothie, and now I'm waiting outside of the McDonald's, waiting for the photographer, you know, to pull up. So while I'm waiting, drinking my smoothie, this guy, he kind of stands out to me, you know. He was wearing all white, like he was wearing a white t-shirt, white shorts, white socks, white sneakers. He was tall, like I thought he was tall. I'm 5'8", so I don't think too many people are tall. He was probably, I was thinking he was like a good 6'3", 6'4". So I was like, okay, this tall man in white, you know, he just walked by. And he like goes into the McDonald's, and he comes out of the McDonald's, and like he gets a ice cream cone. So he goes into the McDonald's, gets an ice cream cone, comes out, and he walks past me. So that's the second time he walked past me. Okay, cool. I see him walk past me one more time on the same block. Now I'm just like, why does this guy keep walking back and forth? Like, it don't sit right with me. I think it's a little weird. Why are you walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? No. So now I clearly remember him. Sorry for my, like, if y'all see my tongue that's blue and whatnot, I was eating an icy and it was blue. I was having a popsicle and it was blue, but that's besides the point. So I'm like, why is he walking back and forth, back and forth? I don't like that. So now I'm like, okay, pay attention, you know, like something might not be right with him. Then he walks past me a fourth time, and I was just like, really sketchy. And then he comes towards me, so I got my guard up. I'm like, what does this man want from me? Because you already walked past one too many times for my liking. So it's either you asking for directions, but you don't necessarily look like a tourist, or you might be trying to hit on me, or you just, I don't know, you're about to start some shit and I'm not really here for that. So he approaches me and he's like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I think you're very beautiful. And I was just like, oh, okay, you just trying to spit game. All right, whatever. So I'm just like, oh, okay, like, thanks. And he's like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, Andrea. And he goes, oh, my name is, what are we gonna call him? I'm gonna call him High Top, right? So he's like, oh, my name is High Top, Andrea and High Top. Doesn't that sound good together? And I was just like, no, not really. Like, if my name was Fade, so what I said was in relation to his actual name. So I was like, if his name was really High Top, what I said was, if my name was Fade, Fade and High Top would be cute together, but my name's not Fade. And he was like, oh, well, you know, like, I just think you're really attractive, and I would like to get to know you better and take you out on a date. And I'm just like, no, like I wasn't interested in him. It just wasn't my type. You know, he just wasn't for me. And instead of saying I wasn't interested, I lied. And I said, oh no, sorry, I can't. Like, I have a boyfriend. He goes, oh, you have a boyfriend? And I'm like, yeah, I do. He was like, oh, okay, so where is he? And I'm just like, he's not here. Like, am I supposed to like walk around with my boyfriend all the time? And he's like, well, your boyfriend's supposed to be out with you all the time so that, you know, guys like me don't pull up on you. And I was like, well, he trusts me, so he don't got to do that because I'm not cheating on him because I love him very much. My fake ass boyfriend. Have a good day. And he walks away. Alright, cool. I'm still waiting for this photographer. And now he's running a little late. He's like maybe like 5 minutes late. 5-10 minutes, he's running late. And High Top comes back. And he's like, listen, I just can't like walk away without your phone number or anything like that. Like, I need to have your number. And I was like, I just told you I had a man, so I wasn't gonna give you my phone number. And he said, and I quote, how about we find him a girlfriend so all 4 of us can live happily ever after. Me with you and you with that other girl. And I was just like this. How you gonna try and set my imaginary man up with some other bitch? That's rude. So I was just like, ha ha ha, no. Like, no, it's just not gonna happen. I'm not leaving my man for you. So then he was like, all right, cool, whatever. And he leaves. So, you know, I text my friend. I was like, sis, when you leave work, I got a story to tell you because the funniest shit just happened. She was like, all right, let me know when you're done with the photo shoot or whatever. If you're done around the time I get off of work, we can meet up. So the photographer finally comes. We go do the photo shoot or whatnot, and then we're done. And so then Sable texts me. And she's like, hey, are you done with the photo shoot? And I was like, yeah, we just finished wrapping up right now. She was like, okay, cool. She was like, come to my job. I get off in like 15 minutes. So I walk over to her. I think she meets me outside. And she was like, okay, I'm so glad you're here because I got to kill like an hour or something like that. And I was like, what you about to go do? And she was like, oh, I have a date. And I was like, oh, you have a date with... Let's call this other boy Irrelevant because that's what he is. I was like, oh, you have a date with Irrelevant? And she was like, no, I have a date with somebody else. And I was like, oh, okay, who you got a date with? Like, who was this? And she was like, oh, it was this guy that he came into the store and, you know, he was talking to me while I was DJing. And, you know, he was kind of funny, so I gave him my number and we've been talking for a little bit. And, we decided we were gonna go out today. Like, he was gonna take me out today. And I was like, okay, cool. There's a lot of like seating area outside on 42nd Street. So we're like sitting over there because she was like, oh, she's supposed to meet him like around 42nd Street or whatnot. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we sit and we talking, and I think I asked her like, what did this guy look like? Like, who was he? And she was like, oh, you know, he's tall and he's like brown skin and he got like a high top and a fade. And then and I was like, and earrings? And she was like, yeah, how you know that? And I was like, and does he have like ingrown hair kind of like on his beard? Like he kind of needs to exfoliate like on his neck. I'm not trying to be shady, that's just what I said. I was like, does it look like he needs to kind of like exfoliate around his neck? And she was like, yeah, kind of. And then I was like, is his name High Top? And she was like, yeah, how do you know that? Me and Sable are having a Usher and R. Kelly same girl type of moment right now.
Yep. She loves some Waffle House. Yep. Do she got a beauty mark on the left side of her mouth?
Man. Really having one of those moments. And I was just like, sis, like that's what I wanted to tell you about the guy today that was trying to talk to me. And she was like, no. And I was like, yeah. He came up to me and he asked, like, he said I was beautiful and he asked what my name was. And then I told him my name. And then she goes, and did he say Andrea and High Top? That those names are good together? Like that's a cute name or some shit like that? And I was like, yes, bitch, he did. These little niggas don't got no game. He was in the same lines on everybody. Shame. Very, very, very shameful. So I was just like, wow. She was like, yeah, I have a date with him like right now. He's supposed to meet me here right now. And I was like, oh shit, bitch. Oh shit. What do you want to do? And she goes, I'm really glad you told me this because I kind of really didn't want to go out with him. And I was like, oh, okay, then how do you want to play this? And she was like, I'm gonna make him walk over here and you're gonna be sitting next to me and then we gonna see what he has to say. And I was like, before we do that, sis, do you have his IG just so I can make sure it's really him and we not about to bamboozle the wrong nigga? So she posts up his Instagram and sure enough, it was High Top's Instagram and I was like, ooh, damn. So she tells High Top where we're at. Well, she doesn't tell him where we're at. She tells him where she's at, you know? Like, he doesn't know I'm there. So she was like, he's gonna have to come over here. So we're waiting, and I see him. And I was just like, ah, shit, he's here. Head in my phone. Don't pay attention. Like, I'm not starting no shit. No drama, no shit. He sees us. He sees us sitting next to each other. And I could tell that he knows he fucked up. Because the face he made, shit, I fucked up faces. And I was just like, damn. So instead of just walking straight, don't mind my broken nail. So instead of just walking straight over to us, which would leave him closer on my side, because she was actually sitting to my left. So she was sitting here and he came from the right. So instead of just walking straight over to us to where I would be at, he decided to take like the longer route, like walk a little bit past us and then come to us. And then when we sitting there, the best part, there was this lady sitting next to us and she's overhearing the whole conversation that we're having about how this guy was trying to bag me, but he got a date with my best friend. So he's sitting there, like, he comes, I look at Sable, Sable look at me, we look at him, but we're all like, so he's just like, I'm gonna just come out the gate and just apologize right now. He's like, I'm gonna just come out straight out the gate and just apologize. And Sable's like, apologize for what? He was like, because I was trying to talk to her earlier today. Like, I seen her at the McDonald's and I was trying to bag her. Oh, I told Sable like the whole story about like the fake boyfriend, how he told me I should leave my man, all that. I told her all of that while we was waiting for him. So he was like, you know, like, I ain't know y'all knew each other or anything like that. But like, you know, I seen her at the McDonald's and I thought she looked good, so I tried to bag her. And Sable was like, okay, you try to bag her on your way to a date with me? And he was like, yeah, but like, you don't gotta take it like that because, you know, like, that's just like, I didn't know that was your friend, you know, and I'm single. And she was like, this isn't just my friend, this is my best friend. And he was like, y'all really best friends? Like, for real? Like, you really best friends? And me and Sable looking at this man, like, yeah, why would we lie about being best friends? Like, that's such a weird ass thing to lie about, I guess. You know, to like make the story seem a little worse. Make it seem a little worse than what it was. You could lie and be like, yeah, that's my best friend, that's my sis or whatever. But ain't no need to lie. Because I've known sis since 2009, you know. It was like 2018, I think. Yeah, it was like 2018. I've known sis since 2009. She my best friend. You know, we 9 years in on the game at that point. Alright, so he's like, oh, y'all like really best friends? And she was like, yeah. He was like, well, okay, I apologize. I didn't know that was your best friend. And you can't blame me for that because I just didn't know. And she was like, I don't blame you for trying to talk to my best friend. She told you that she had a man and you like disregarded that. You were still trying to get at her and you told her she should break up with her man for you. And he was like, yeah, I said that too. He was like that guy, that meme. If I could find it, the one where the guy's like, you know, the mad light-skinned man. That's what I call it, the mad light-skinned guy. That one, if I find it, I'll put it up here. He was just doing one of those, like, yeah, I said it. Like, I did say it. Then my friend was like, so you have no regard for relationships. And he was like, yeah, but, like, that's not even, like, you know? And then he was pulling one of those again. So she's like, so do you think that we should go out right now? And he was like, oh no. She goes, so what do you think we should do? Like, she's asking him, so what do you think we should do? He's like, oh, I think we should just go on our date. And she's like, after you just tried to bag my best friend and you have no regard for relationships, like, why would I want to go on a date with you? And he was like, because I didn't even know y'all was best friends and jibber jabber. And then Sable was just like, Drea, what do you think we should do? Like, what do you think I should do? And I was like, I didn't really know what she wanted to do, because she was handling that a lot better than I would have, because I would have blew it up out of complete proportion just to not go on that date. I would have been like, no, you was trying to play me, da 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 da. I would have went off. But I was like, sis, you do what you should do. Like, you do what you feel like you should do. But I wouldn't go out with him because, you know, you trying to bag me. She decides they're not going to go on a date that day. And I guess he gets really upset. Like, he gets really butthurt. Like, he walks away, and then they start this text argument about how she was being childish because she didn't want to go on a date with him after he tried to bag me. And it was like, she didn't say that they could never go out on a date ever again. She was just saying, like, today I don't feel like going on a date with you after you try to bag somebody on your way to a date with me. And the person you tried to bag was my best friend. And she told you that she had a man. And you didn't give a damn. You were just like, you should break up with that nigga anyway. She was just like, you know, all of that put together, I don't want to go on a date right now. But he was hella butthurt. You know, I guess she never speaks to him again. But I think like a month or two later, I'm at work. And I'm on the third floor. And I don't work on the third floor. I'm just on the third floor. And I see him, and he's with his friend. And I can tell that his friend and him are talking about me. Because his friend, like, he looks at me. Like, I see them. I clearly see them. The way you're looking at me and I'm looking back at you, that's how clear I see them. I see him, and his friend just starts bursting out laughing like something was funny. And I was just like, oh, I can tell this is going to be childish. So that's a whole different story for me to tell. So if you want part 2 of this story, let me know down in the comments below. But that is it for part 1 of this story. That is it for the time that this guy wanted me and my best friend. If you enjoyed this story time, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you didn't already have the chance to at the beginning of this video. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye.
My little baby, change your bracelet. There's a hook for you.